Hello everyone, welcome to our very first podcast where we're going to talk about the world of finance in a fun, relaxed, and easy to understand way.
That's right, because talking about money can sometimes feel stressful, like catching a deadline. But don't worry, we'll keep things simple here.
Let me introduce myself. I am Anin Risma Mawada.
And I am Desvina Nur Aziza, will be your companions as we talk about financial literacy, lifestyle, and financial reality of Gen Z.
And today is very special because we have a guest who is not just any student but someone with an interesting perspective on how young people manage their money.
Let's welcome Miss Nadia Azka Sabila. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nadia Sabila, and now I am the fourth year of accounting student in Faculty of Economic and Business, University Jenderal Ahmad Yani. And how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. Before we dive deeper, I want to start with something simple. Even though we live in a digital era where information is so easy to access, many young people still say, I still don't know how to manage my money. Speaking of that, let's start with the first question. In your opinion, why do many young people still lack financial literacy, not taught enough to manage shopping temptation or the information to complete it?
Yeah. In my opinion, it's not because young people don't care about financial literacy. It's because financial literacy is really taught in structure and in practical way. Because in school, we never learn how to manage our money. We always learn how to earn money, but in reality, the consumption is extremely high because the discount, the promotion, and it's all because information that young people earn from digital media.
Totally you're right. And honestly, that's really reflect the situation of young people age. Now, let's shift a little to something that's really close to us, social media. Because what we see online often influence our spending decisions. How much influence does social media have on the financial behavior of young people, and what financial habits of Gen Z need to be improved the most?
Yeah, social media has a very strong influence because social media is close to us. Okay, like we everyday touch a handphone, smartphone, so that's why social media is strong influence with us. And social media have strong influence in consumption because many promotion is actually use social media. Like for example, Shopee use beauty date in social media. And the most important habits in Gen Z to improve is budgeting discipline. We have budgeting in daily, weekly, and monthly, and that's happen in discipline.
Totally agree, and that ties into the idea that Gen Z is a consumptive generation, but we are all facing economic pressure that are very different from the previous generation. So that's bring us to one big question. Do you feel that Gen Z is more consumptive than previous generation? And what do you think is the biggest obstacle preventing young people from achieving financial stability?
I don't think Gen Z is the most wasteful in generation because Gen Z is very close with the information. So that's why Gen Z is have easy access to that information. So Gen Z can effortlessly spend money. And the biggest barrier to financial stability is the gap between lifestyle and financial capacity, especially when the early career and relative limited.
No, this is the part that's closest to our daily life. Everything is digital now, including shopping, there's pay later, installment, everything is super easy. It seems really convenient, right? Practical fast, hassle-free, but behind all that convenience, there are so many stories of people suddenly getting trapped and debt because they didn't realize they're taken on so many installments. Next thing you know, the bills arrive and they start panicking. Many young people now use pay letter or digital credit. In your opinion, does this help or hinder them? Why?
In my opinion, pay letter is not a tool. Pay letter is a tool, not a problem, because it can really helpful if used intentionally and responsibly. But it can harmful if you use pay letter impulsively to support an unstable lifestyle. The danger with use pay letter is the illusion of purchasing now and pay later. That's why feeling capable to buying something while actually spending future income.
That's a really interesting answer. Now let's look at it from a long-term perspective. When financial literacy is low, that impact may not be right now, but I can show up later. We are living in the time where the economy is changing really fast. If young people lack financial literacy, the consequence may not be felt today, but they can occur 5 until 10 years from now. What makes it dangerous is that problem often from small habits we think don't matter, then suddenly we realize, wait, how did my finance end up like this? If financial literacy continue to be neglected, what is the biggest risk that the younger generation will face in the next 5 until 10 years?
Okay, the biggest risk of the rise of financial vulnerable productive generation. That young people may enter adulthood already burned by long-term debt, maybe because the pay letter or anything else, and struggle to build asset like home, like vehicle or anything else, and become more exposed to financial scam and experience significantly mental stress because of financial problems. That's impact extend beyond individual to society as a whole.
Wow, that's really serious when you think about it. I want to ask you about something that's been really trendy lately. Now, I want to talk about an issue that has been very widespread recently and involves many young people who are using online loans. Even though it looks easy and fast, the risk behind it can be quite serious.
Wow, today's conversation was really insightful. Thank you so much to Miss Nadia Aska Nabila taking the time to be here and for sharing your perspective and valuable experience from a student point of view.
Welcome.
We hope all our listeners become more aware of the importance of financial literacy from a young age. Because finance is not just about the money we have today, it's about our future.
Thank you for watching and listening to our very first podcast with us.
See you in the next episode.
Stay mindful, stay financially smart. Bye.